Well, that will be an interesting video. I said 1 second. Of the point that I needed to actually blow my nose, but also I meant to pause the video and I stopped it. So this is obviously part 2 of that video. And if you were watching, excuse the weirdness. Excuse the stopping the video accidentally rather than pausing. Because normally I can manage to pause a video to be able to do what I got to do, whether that's, blow my nose, answer a phone call, because that always seems to happen when you're in the middle of recording. You receive phone calls, and people just think, "Oh yeah, I'll call that person." They get in their heads that they'll just call you whenever, and sometimes I don't mind that. Doing nothing, you want to talk to me, give me a bell. But sometimes it's unintentionally the worst time in the world, and people aren't to know that, and I'm just making light of it rather than complaining. It's a bit of a laugh. The first world problems, right? First world problems. If you're in Australia and you're watching, how do you feel about how the election went down? Pretty crazy. Won't make any political opinions of mine known on this channel, but did you enjoy your democracy sausages? Those of you watching in the UK and, in America, the UK know all about democracy. America, obviously, you have a different system to us. But when we vote for a new Prime Minister in Australia, there's a big gathering on the day of the election, and a lot of places where it's held, they'll put a barbecue on, and the barbecue will, if it's run at a school, the election is, if the polling booth is at a school, the school will put a barbecue on and charge $1 per sausage, which, in Australia that is perfectly normal. Sausage and bread, bit of onion, maybe some dead horse, and you get your democracy sausage and support a school, a local school, and that's the way that us Australians do voting for our government. Sometimes our government is a bit weird, a bit wonderful, a bit wacky. They will do some very interesting things to try and get our vote, try and become the new party on the block who is in control of the country for 3 years. Yes, it's run a little bit different to America. Rather than you having a president for 4, or is it 2 and then there's a revote? Our government term is 3 years, and then in 3 years' time, you go back to the polls and vote again. And the incumbent government normally runs with the same prime minister as its preferred choice. Normally what happens at the end of a government losing, that prime minister that was leading that government that lost will step down, sometimes retire, and there will be a party room challenge where they vote no confidence, which you all will definitely make sense to you guys. It's America. Vote no confidence and then vote in someone new. There'll be challengers. Challengers will put their hand up. They'll be voted by their peers. Whoever is selected to lead the party to the next election, unless something happens during the year between the party making that decision and there being another election. A few times opposition leaders have been outvoted, removed from their position before they go to an election because the opposition, that is the people that are not in power, the opposite party, think that that person will not bode well for them in an election, and therefore they wish to have new leadership. This is again something that the Poms would understand because it goes hand in hand with their parliamentary system, very similar to ours in Australia. Well, designed from theirs because of us, well, them sending their dirty laundry out here to hide it. Us dirty convicts. Anyway, on to more pressing matters. So I'm not sure what time this video will come out or when, but hopefully it will be before I go and test this army. I'm trying to have 1,000 points ready ASAP, painted to go and play a test game to get the feel for the detachment, the army, as I haven't played Tau in 10th, and I'm really just trying to understand how they work in 10th and get used to them. But that's the last of the stealth suits with the first coat of paint. Well, do I call that there, or am I going to continue on and actually attempt to paint some of this? Well, even if you look at this, we'll pick up this. We've picked up the top of the torso of our ghostkeel, and I'm actually going to paint in with my goggles on without hoping not to go over too much. I'm going to paint in this interior section here with the intent of giving this, just doing something different. Just doing something outrageous so that it does look like the gun has a secondary casing cover over the weapons, just for fun, just trying to get a little bit of break up with all the white, so having a little bit of black on this gun, and then there we go, and then we'll just get a little bit of black in this. Oh, I might have to turn there we go, secondary light on this, the top of my glasses, which I'm using to increase my ability to see. But I actually think that looks pretty cool. Hopefully you guys can focus. Look at that. There we go. Bit of something different. I'll go ahead and like this section, make that silver. Get some silver on there. Hopefully the same on the inside there. On the other gun, I don't know if you can see the right point there. Same here, there and there. And I'll do the same black on this, which I've done here, in there before I go in and get some white in those inner sections and get some blue on it. Are the same blue that is, when I can find when I do touches, so it'll look something similar to that. So the two blues will cross over. But yeah, I will then again, I may actually paint this while I'm thinking about it, because everyone else's heads are black. So we'll get in there and we'll paint again. We'll paint the head of our ghostkeel, just this ball section. Yeah, paint the ball, make the ball black. Some black ball. Let's be childish and make some childish jokes. 100%, because otherwise life is not fun. There we go. Nice and simple. And I'll do the same. I'll paint that section black too. I might just put this down for a minute. And And then obviously, which I guess I'll talking about it, I might as well just do it. Stop talking and do, they say. Don't talk about it. Don't tell us what you're going to paint black. Just actually paint it. So you guys can see my terrible painting skills. Again, I'll just whack this around there like a madman, because it allows me to do what I got to do. And we'll start using the fingers as a balance point to be able to balance while I paint this. Again, finger providing myself with some support as I get these models painted. Again, same deal, except this is going to be a touch harder because of the again, that side is very hard to paint, but boom. Get it in the corner there. There we go. We kind of went over the edge there, which what we do is we get the black off this, and now we've got a bit of water on there. We just try and, if we can, pull that black away from where we've painted over the white, which does not seem to be working as well. And again, bumping the goddamn oh no, there we go. That may have worked a treat in the end. I got it off. But there we have it. Top of a ghostkeel painted, and we'll get some more black out of that paint brush. But oh, excuse me. That is that. There will be a few more videos filmed and posted in the next couple of days. Well, tonight, tomorrow, I'll be going through and attempting to get all those models that I have started on completed. Mainly for the fact that, as I said, I have that game next week, and once the blacks and that dry, I can go through with a second coat. But yeah, for now, that is that, and we'll see you on the flip side. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. Make sure you drop us a comment. Let us know how you're going, what you're painting, what you're building, or what you think of the channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.